Someone right there. Perfect. Yeah. Round the patch. Coming up to they're going to tear this thing up. They're going to have a ball. But we just want to say hi to everybody. Steve and Gina Merritt and Onyx are incredible leaders. So, hey, let's give them a hand, even though they couldn't be here. I don't know if Steve wanted everyone to know. We want you to give Steve a birthday wish because he is turning 60 years old tonight. So, yeah, we gave him the night off. No, I'm kidding. I think he took the night off. But we're excited. Kim, say hi, and then I'll come back.
So I have my own.
Hey, you got your own? Go ahead. Sorry, honey.
So hi, everybody. And it's so fun checking you all in because you're coming in with smiles on your face, your anticipation. I just love seeing all your beautiful smiles and getting to know each other. This is one of my favorite things is to have a live event. We do a lot of Zooms. We get to meet a lot of people, but this is a great way to get to know each other and be live in a meeting and see the excitement. I love a business like this. Matt and I have been in this type of business for a pretty long time, and I wouldn't do anything else. I mean, once you get used to, you have to have that on?
No.
Once you get used to building a business like this and seeing how different it is than a traditional business. Matt had a traditional business for 30 years. And he was in construction, and he was always, there's always some like you got to run around and put out all the fires, or you have a lot of overhead, or you have employees you have to deal with. Traditional business to me is complicated compared to this. And we have a product that everybody wants. And when you say SemCell to people, their eyes get big and they're like, where do I get it? So it's the easiest product that we've ever shared. And I just love seeing the testimonials from our friends and family and the people in our life that you most care about. So you might be new here tonight, and welcome to the meeting, and you're going to get to see an explanation of the product and the way we do the business. But there's so much more to that, and that's the relationships and just going out there. The patch, it doesn't heal or mitigate anything, but the testimonies we've had from people are life-changing. And so I feel like if you're carrying the patch around or you're considering this as a business, I believe it's our obligation, if that's the right way to put it, to get this patch out to everybody. And
tell your testimony.
We started in the business a year ago. When we first got started, I've had for 6 years adult onset asthma. And when we started the business, I was really hoping, like in the first couple months, that I was going to feel a difference. And so as a few weeks went on, I was like, man, I'm noticing a little bit better. The breathing's better and things like that, but it really hadn't gone away enough. And so about 6 weeks in, I said to Matt, man, I am coughing like, half as much as I was before. Now we've been on a year, and I go morning after morning because I had the kind where you cough all the time. So I'd get up in the morning, and right when we get ready to go to bed at night, I'd be coughing my head off for like an hour. I'd have to get back up out of bed. That is all gone, you guys. And think, people say to you, It really is a blessing because there's all kinds of people living with chronic things and inflammation and things that they've had for years and years, and they had no solution. And here we stick a patch on them. And, some people are 1 to 2 day, you stick it on, we call them one patch wonders, and they feel, literally Matt's put a patch on somebody and 2 hours later they said, I know this sounds crazy, but I think I'm feeling something. Well, they're not crazy because right away the work starts to be done. But and others, it takes longer. So don't let people, get the patch from you. Have them, give it a fair try and use it, because the things that they're going to start to notice, and I'm telling you, a year later, I don't know about, I'm sure you do too, but after a year later, I'm still noticing things and you don't even some of it is very subtle. You don't even really know it's happening. And then you realize, wow, that hasn't been happening, or my skin's better, or whatever it is. This is the most incredible product that we've ever shared. And it is life-changing, and you are sitting right place, right time. If you're sitting here to build a business, you're considering a business, and we have our business, but you want to do something on the side, I can't think of a better thing to do. Matt and I were introduced to this when we were younger, and we didn't know how we felt about it. So you might be sitting in here tonight and you don't know how you feel about it. Right. But
just relax tonight. We're not here to get into your wallet. I do want to say it. If you're new, I saw there's a lot of new people here tonight, so y'all can just relax. We're not here to get in your wallet. Mark, will you lock the door? Okay, thanks.
But we do have the information that you've come to hear, and we do have the belief. So Matt always says the way to build this business is excitement and belief. And when you go out to share this product and you've gotten your own testimony, people say to us all the time, how do you share this product? Why do you have success? And the thing is, once you get a testimony, or you see other people in your family with a testimony, then you can go out with that and share it with people and change their lives also, the quality of their lives. So important.
Awesome. I'm going to share my testimony really quick, because it was the same thing when Steve and Gina called us over to their house and they talked about this patch, and I'm thinking, what could this little patch do? Right. And they told me they put the testimonies on a laptop. Right. And they started playing these testimonies, and I went, turn that off. This is crazy. There's no way that this could work. Sign me up. Because I knew, hey, look, we made over 8 figures in the last thing. In this thing with Steve and Gina. And we were sitting around waiting for the next thing. I was a general contractor, been in business since I was in my early 20s. And Kim says, hey, let's go back in the building business. And I said, no. I said, once you do this, it's not perfect, but I'm telling you, it's better. For 13 years, we didn't have a job. We sat around trying to decide which car, which boat to get into, and which all right, never mind. Kim's looking at me like, quit saying, but I'm just saying, if you have a dream, we got something for you. If you got something that your job is not getting you, and you've always had something that you wanted to do, or someplace you wanted to go, we've driven exotic cars and traveled the world. If it's a house, and I'm not talking about material things, because we blessed a lot of people. I ask our children. I had 2 in college and 2 on the way, and I wondered how I was going to get I was a carpenter. I was wondering, how am I going to get them last 2? I thought they were going to have to sleep in their car when they went off to college. And then this industry came into our lives, totally changed our lives, and changed our legacy, and changed our belief in ourselves and belief in our friends. So guys, if you're here tonight, I am telling you, you couldn't be in a better place. You couldn't be with better people than Onyx Cole and Steve and Gina Merritt. They are the most sincere, hardworking people in the industry. They are superstars in the industry. They were the top income earners in this industry for years and years. And like I said, they're the ones that put this information, this meeting together tonight. And we're going to continue to do it. As you guys know, there's meetings all the time. So you have the support you need. You have the patches you need. If you're here tonight and you're new, you probably got one of these. I will just tell you, from a carpenter to somebody that got super blessed in this business, do not leave tonight without getting your spot in the tree, because it is so important that whoever invited you here, even if you came, somebody sent you here from Lincoln, Nebraska, make sure that you get in with them. Nobody steals anybody's people. That's the real deal. We're all people of integrity, and you are in the right place at the right time with the right people. If your people aren't here, your people are your right people. So we want to make sure that you get in the business. But what happened to me very quickly, I had chronic foot pain. I had bad hips like a German Shepherd. I got it from my dad. I couldn't sit in a restaurant for longer than a half hour. I always got up right away and said, hey, let's get up before I stiffen up. Like I said, I'm 65. My hips were killing me. My feet are killing me. I had a shoulder from They wanted me to do a rotator cuff surgery my whole life because I was a carpenter. I wore that thing out all day long, and I'm telling you, within a few weeks, my pain was gone. It left my body and it's not come back. Every once in a while, I try to get a tingle in my foot or something, like maybe 2 or 3 months in, I'd be stomping it, trying to find the pain. I can't find the pain. I walk on the beach 5, 6, 7 miles. I can't get pain in my body. The first thing this does is it detoxes you and it takes the inflammation out of your body. Guys, this is a life-changing patch. Do not leave without getting in the business, and do not leave without having a patch on tonight. And I'm going to get them patches around. When you see me coming around with the envelope, make sure you get a patch. So, hey, without any further ado, I want to bring up senior presidential directors. But I'm going to tell you about these guys. They are tearing it up. I know there's a lot of people in the room that are in the business. If you've been watching these guys travel around from the East Coast to the West Coast to the North Coast to the South Coast to Timbuktu and back, they are turning people's lives around and changing lives like you've never seen before. They're some of the fastest people to senior presidential director. I know they call you a lot of funny names. I'm just going to tell you that means lots and lots of money. So you're going to hear from the best tonight that are tearing this thing up. Super good friends of ours. We've known them since back in the other thing, but we're so happy to be hanging out with them and building the business with them again. So without any further ado, Mike and Sai Hernandez. Come on, guys. Fired up.
Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? West Palm Beach. Woo! Guys, give it up for Matt and Kim Curtis. If anybody, look, right now, we're just talking to, give it up for Matt and Kim Curtis. We've learned, Sai and I have learned from Steve and Gina, Matt and Kim Curtis, Onyx Cove. I was just back there talking to one of my buddies who I invited today. I have a new guest here today. Actually, there's 2. But I told him, I said, listen, that crazy couple up there was a couple back in 2008, 2009, driving around with a Rolls Royce all over town that said Jack on the Juice. Made over 10 figures. I love these guys. And guys, for those of you who don't know us, again, my name is Mike Hernandez, my beautiful wife, Saeed. And we are just so stoked to be a part of this. This is the biggest blessing that's ever come into our lives. And we've had a couple of great blessings come to my life, her being the biggest one. Aww. But thank you. Thank you, guys. Listen, it's funny. Look, I have a new guest here today. His name is Theo. I'm not going to point him out. Right back there, last row. Right? And just to give you guys an example of how this works. Theo, did I tell you what this was about tonight? No. I've known him for many, many years. He's a business savvy guy. We've done business together. And I called him up. I said, Theo, I'm calling you because I have a lot of love and respect for you. Those were my exact words. I said, and listen, I found something. It's huge. Biggest opportunity I've ever seen in my life. We are printing money and I need your help. All right. And he's here today. So I'm just telling you guys, this is how simple this business is. What's going to happen today? I'm pretty sure after, what's going to happen with him after this presentation, I'm pretty sure. But look, I'm going to have my wife say a couple of words. Then I'm going to rip through this presentation. We're going to hang out, have a lot of fun. And today, guys, you're going to be exposed. For those of you who are here for the first time ever, watching an opportunity presentation, raise your hand. If you're here for the first time watching an opportunity, raise. Don't be afraid. There's patches for you.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Welcome. That's awesome. Welcome. So, okay. So my lovely wife has a passion for speaking in public.
He knows. That's not true.
But she's got a lot of great nuggets. So go ahead, baby.
You know what? It's not that I don't like speaking in front of an audience. It's just that I get scared. I start sweating and it never changes. I've been in this industry for over 16 years and it never changes. They ask me, does it get better? I'm like, no, it gets better. It doesn't get better, but you get over it. Like your fear, you gotta get out. You gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what I say. So if getting over my fear is gonna help me bless many people and become financially free, then, I'm going to get over my fear. So guys, welcome you guys that are here. I saw a lot of hands here for the first time and you are in for a treat. We've been in this company for 11 months, almost 11 months and a half, really. And it's been a blessing. It's not a day that we don't wake up with testimonies of people of how this product and how this technology is changing people's lives. And it's just been a blessing to be able to help, be a little part, of helping somebody be physically healthy and financially healthy, because you could do both with this. So guys, listen, you're in it for a treat. This has changed our lives, has changed many lives. It doesn't take a brainiac, it doesn't take a scientist. 2 knuckleheads, 2 high school dropouts can do it. So can you. It only takes a commitment to want to go out there, do something different, do something good that'll make you feel good, that'll help you heal yourself, and it'll help you heal your pockets and help others too, guys. So I tell you, open your minds, open your hearts to receive all the information that's going to be presented to you tonight, so you can make an educated decision. What I can tell you about this, guys, is that it's a no-brainer. This product is an amazing product. It's money back guarantee. Money back guarantee. So you can hear that again, guys. And less than 1% of people have ever returned this product back to the company. So that shows you guys that this product really works. So we have something amazing in our hands. So don't take this lightly, guys. You have the opportunity today to change your life and those that you love and want to share this with forever. So come on with us. We're here to help anybody that wants to do this. We're here to help. You have a lot of leaders willing to roll up their sleeves and help you guys. So let's go, guys. God bless you, and thank you for coming.
Real quick. Steve and Gina, actually, Steve married. Happy birthday. You guys are looking back. I'm pointing at the camera over here. I'm pointing at the camera.
In case you're watching,
Happy birthday, Steve. I love you, brother. All right, take that. All right, you can leave it right here. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And before I get started, guys, listen, I'm just going to share a little bit about my wife and I, just another 1 minute. I met my beautiful wife when she was 12 and I was 15 years old. All right, I'm going to go way, way back. But I'll fast forward real quickly. She was 12. I was 15 years old. I swear to God, I didn't know she was 12. All right. Now, I've been together with her since she was 15 and I was 18. At that point, I don't have any excuse. All right. But we've been together ever since. All right. And I don't know how she got pregnant at the age of 17. Still trying to figure that out. We have a 29-year-old together. And like she said, guys, we are both high school dropouts. We didn't plan it. I dropped out in 10th grade, never went back, never got my GED. The only diplomas I have in my house are those that you get every time you go up in rank. You go manager, you get a pin and you get a diploma. You go you go director, you get a pin. And those are the only diplomas in my house that I've ever owned. Don't have a GED, nothing like that. My wife went back, she got her GED. And we have struggled financially our whole life because we're 2 young guys, a young couple with a baby, no education. We have struggled our whole lives. We moved from New York when my son was 4 years old. We came to Florida. We didn't know anyone out here. My mom and her mom moved over here with us. They used to clean for wealthy people in big, beautiful communities like the ones I live now. And I would pick them up every single night. Watching my mom and her mom bust their tails cleaning houses for wealthy people. We noticed that every Tuesdays and Saturdays, people took out the garbage in these big, beautiful communities. And we would notice that people threw away stuff that had value. And I would see chairs and strollers and toys. And we began picking up garbage. This was right before I learned about this industry back in 2006, right? We would pick up garbage throughout the week and we would go down to Sunrise. Anybody familiar with the swap shop out there? Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you will catch my wife and I out there selling garbage. And we would make an additional $600, $800. Sometimes we'd be lucky and make an additional $1,000 within that 3-day weekend, right? I want you to know who we are and the fact that this industry doesn't respect where you're from, where your nationality, anything. Anybody can do this. I learned about network marketing from Steve and Gina Merritt back in 2006. They didn't know my story. They didn't know we were struggling. They didn't know we were selling garbage. But they showed me an opportunity. I came to a meeting just like this back in 2006, and I'm not going to say the name of the company, Monavi, but it was basically a product. I can say now the company's no longer around, right? So I come here and I start hearing all these crazy testimonies like you're going to hear today. And then people start talking about how much money they're making, like we're going to hear today. And I went back and I told my wife, could it really be true? Could this really work? I tried the product. I got it fired up, guys. My wife and I made over $5 million in 7 years in our first run. That being said, we wanted nothing to do with network marketing again. Why? Because I didn't realize at the time when we were with that first company that we had something unique and special because we were the first ones to market the acai berry. And people were getting great results. Nobody knew what it was about. But because you can't patent a fruit, soon enough, everybody had the acai berry, every other network marketing company. So we had nothing unique. And eventually it went down and we ended up as another Me Too product. After I left that company, I tried a few other things and I learned one thing. Network marketing is tough. When you don't have something that's extremely unique, exclusive, and life-changing. Most network marketing companies out there are competing with the same category of products. That's why for the last 8 years, my wife and I were out of the industry. I wanted nothing to do with it. I would run away. I took down all of my Facebook, all of my network market, all of my social media platforms. Because when you've been successful in this industry, everyone is after you every single day about the next big thing, right? So I wanted nothing. And 11 months ago, when Steve called me up, can you guys see this fine? Oh, is it, yeah? Is it a little blurry? No? I guess it's my eyes. Come on, Patch. All right. So it's helping some people with the eyes. I'm waiting for mine to start kicking in. But Steve Mary calls me 11 months ago. And when Steve calls, you pick up the phone. But me, I know Steve. He sponsored me in the first, actually, he sponsored the person who sponsored me. And I figured he's calling me about network marketing. And throughout the last 8 years, he's called me about what the company he was doing. And I had no interest. So when he called me, I'm like, oh, I know what this is about. I didn't pick up the first day, guys. You guys have never heard this. He called me about 3-4 times on Friday. I never answered the call. I was busy, and I didn't have time to talk about network marketing. I knew I didn't want to do it. Saturday, he calls me a couple times again, and my wife and I said, wow, he usually doesn't call that many times. So I picked up the phone, and I learned about this little patch. Oh, my God. I told Steve, I said, listen, he starts telling me about the testimonies and experiences people are having. I said, listen, you have my attention as far as the product. I'm all about health. I'm 50 years old. I take very good care of myself. I own a hyperbaric chamber, infrared red light therapy, sound therapy, salt therapy, sauna, like cold plunge, anything about health, I'm all about, right? So I said, I want to try the patch because I didn't know all this about stem cells, all this awareness you brought to my mind, to me, but I don't want to do the business. But that same day, I put the product to the test. Guys, I called Steve up the next day, upset, because I didn't want it to work. But man, once you see this product work, there's just no going back, guys. So listen, for those of you who are here today, you need to understand something. This little patch that we're talking about, this little Band-Aid, guys, this is life-changing. Do you realize that this little patch is the only patch on God's green planet today that has the ability to reactivate your own stem cells? And I didn't know what that meant. Like maybe you, I didn't know that by the age of 30, 50% of your stem cells are dormant, stagnant, never coming back to life. I didn't know that, right? I didn't know by the age of 60, you basically have no stem cells left whatsoever. I spoke to Steve last night, right? Steve's like, hey, Mike, you know, my birthday's tomorrow. I'm like, Steve, you'll be 60 tomorrow, right? Which is today. I said, do you realize that had you not found out about this patch, you would have only had one stem cell left tonight? By tomorrow, it would have all been gone, right? So, guys, I didn't know this. But now that I know, guys, oh my goodness, like my wife said, it's just been every single day the type of testimonies that we're getting. Just listen, I've learned more about health issues in the last 11 months than I have in the last 50 years of my life. I didn't know what neuropathy was, and I didn't know what multiple sclerosis and all the other thing. And I'm not saying that the patch is healing or curing anything. I'm just telling you, when your stem cells are reactivated back to when you were in your early 20s, late teens, it's just miracles that happens, guys, right? But again, do you realize again that there's never been a product out there in the history of the globe that can reactivate your own body stem cells? When Steve told me about this, I had one question for him. I said, Steve, I know a little bit about stem cells. I have some friends of mine who have spent some big money, and I just want to know, because, you know, I feel some sort of way about, you know, where do they come from? Do these stem cells in this patch, do they come from, I don't know, aborted fetuses? Is it from, thank you. Is it from younger people? Where do these stem cells come from? He said, Mike, there's no stem cells in this patch. Guys, There's no stem cells in this patch. This patch is composed of organic nanocrystals. These crystals are basically salts and sugars. Do you realize that salts and sugars are crystals, right? They are derived from organic plants. This patch is 96% organic, other than the little plastic and the little paper that we rip off. 96% organic, but it doesn't matter what it's made from. Why? There's no absorption of any chemicals, vitamins, or nutrients that penetrate the skin. Nothing is absorbed through the skin. This patch works more like a mirror, okay? You guys, for those of you who are married and you've ever shined a light on a diamond, right? Do you see how the line just comes, the reflection of the light just comes all over, bling, 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 you know, the diamond, right? So it's the same thing that happens with this patch. Within 6 inches of your body, it starts reflecting your own body's light. As human beings, I didn't know this either. We emit light. We generate light as human beings. That's why in LA and New York City, when I'm from, born and raised, uptown Washington Heights, where, you know, yeah, there you go. So you know the crime area out there, right? So we got the helicopter, right? And in LA, when I'm in LA, everybody's like nodding their heads. They know the helicopter. Doesn't matter how late it is. Doesn't matter how dark of an alley it is that these criminals run to. Doesn't matter how many layers of clothing they have on. When they're looking for you with that night vision and in war, they see you anywhere you are. Why? It's picking up the light that we as human beings emit, right? I know I sound really smart for a high school dropout. Don't, remember, keep in mind, I'm not that smart. By the way, do you realize that the people who are having the most success have the less education, the least education, less or least? I can't, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? All right. So Steve negotiated his way out of high school. He's killing this business right now. He's made over $50 million in this industry. I am a high school dropout, never got my GED, and I've made millions in this industry. All right. How many of you are graduated, college degree? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. Listen, I just want to say you guys can do it too. All right. It's just going to take you a lot longer than it takes us because you're so darn smart. You complicate things, right? But anyway, but I don't want to sound smarter than I am is what I'm trying to say, right? But guys, listen, this patch works more like a mirror. When it reflects that light back into your body, it's beyond natural, it's supernatural. What happens? Boom, magically, your stem cells are reactivated. That's how simple this works. That's how I explain this, guys. I know that it stimulates our copper peptides. That's too much information. I just get right down to it. Listen, you put the patch on, it reflects your light, boom, reactivates your own body stem cells. Something that was considered impossible in the medical industry. And this has been the only company to ever develop a product like this. So what happened? This just launched about 2 years ago, actually now about 3 years ago. But this is a 19-year-old company that no one's ever heard of. And since inception, it's always been a multi-level marketing. Why has no one ever heard about it? Because the most exciting thing that's ever happened in this company happened about 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, which is what? The launch of the stem cell reactivation patch, the X39. The company went from generating $20 million steady per year for about 17 years. They launched the X39, $280 million. In the last 11 months that we've all been a part of this, the company is now scratching on $400 million per year. Do you think there's something to this patch? Guys, let me tell you something. We're on track to go to $1 billion. You heard him, come on. He knows, we know what it's like to ride a wave of a company that hits $1 billion, and especially when that company pays out 60% of everything that they earn, that means it's $600 million to people like us who go out there to herald the message of this amazing product. So the biggest thing prior to the launch of this patch was the fact that they were all able to launch in 75 countries. So now we have an opportunity to earn while we sleep. Your friends have friends that you don't know, and their friends have friends that they don't know, right? So we shared this product now with a total of 79. By tonight, Theo will be number 80. He doesn't know about it yet, but He'll find out, right? Almost 80 people we sponsored, right? Guys, that has turned into thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that we don't know. And some of those people are in Australia. I talked to them. Some of those people are in South Africa. They're in Asia, Malaysia, anyway, all over the world. And you know what that allows us to do? Make money while we sleep. Because when we're going to sleep, they're waking up. You know one thing that this patch does not help me with? My skin, the laughing lines. Because when you're making money while you sleep like this. You see, I got those big laughing lines. Guys, I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm richer. It makes me want to sleep in more. Just that now I'm addicted to pickleball. So now I'm up early in the morning playing pickleball. But that's what we do, guys. When you do this business full time, you know what that means? You don't do anything during the day. Why? Because everyone's working. You got to wait for everybody to get off work so you can talk to them about your patch. So we got to find things to do, right, Matt? So I've picked up pickleball. I play 4 or 5 hours of pickleball. And let me just tell you something. It is the best recruiting place ever. Don't come to my pickleball court. All right? That's my court. My people, just kidding. But anyway, that's what we do, guys. We hang out. But listen, this guy right here, David Schmidt, this is the science. This is, I'm sorry, the brains behind the science, the company, the project. David Schmidt is not only our CEO, but the guy is a scientist and an inventor. Do you realize that 99.99999, other than LifeWave, the owners are guys like Matt and Kim Curtis, Stephen Gina Merritt, Honest Cole, Mike and Saeed, people who have done well in the industry, and they say, you know what? Why am I going to go to this ABC company? I'm just going to get the most exciting product I can find because I have a following. And they just come out with someone else's product and they launch a company. This guy didn't even want to launch his company, his product, through a network marketing opportunity. I'm here. Look at this. All right. All right. Stay there. So this guy lost track at 130 patents. We were hanging out with him in Aruba, and he says, I'm like, my God, I've never met anybody with 130 patents before. I never met anybody with 2 patents. But he says, actually, Mike, I lost track at 130 patents, right? This guy is a scientist and inventor, 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame of Inventors. Guys, this guy's the real deal. The most important patent is this one right here. The one that was just launched in 2020, the one that's protecting the X39. So not only do we have the only product, listen to this, guys, the only product on God's green earth that has the ability to reactivate your stem cells from the tip of your head to the bottom of your feet, the only one that does it, that has it, but the only one that can duplicate, the only one that will have it for the next 18, 17 years. That to me, guys, spells one thing. Opportunity. That's with my little Spanglish accent there, right? Opportunity, guys. The reason why most people fail in network marketing, like I said, is because they're dealing with Me Too products. Weight loss, energy drinks, vitamins, pills, shampoo, skincare, CBD, collagen. Guess what? Every other network marketing company has it, and every supermarket. That's why it's so hard to succeed in this industry. When you have something that's extremely special, life-changing, and exclusive, you got the best chance you've ever had in network marketing. So that's why I'm telling you, congratulations for the fact that you're here, guys. This is huge. Now, what kind of results can we expect? What kind of results are people getting? You're going to hear some testimonies here today, right? But just to let you, just to give you a little bit of information, rapid pain relief, reduction in inflammation, support to wound healing, energy and vitality, mental clarity. Oh my God. So I'm 50 years old, right? We live in a nice house now. You know, ever since we started making money, we kind of moved on up like the Jeffersons. And I remember, and I know, guys, I remember before getting on this patch, coming to my wife, concerned a couple times, because I would find myself in a room, walking in there and asking myself, what did I come in here to do? A couple times I'll be driving on the road, right? I'm going somewhere by myself, and I'm like, where am I going? I kid you not, guys. I told my wife, and I said, babe, I'm scared because dementia's a real thing, right? Yeah, he's laughing. So, guys, my mental clarity, my God, I'm afraid that I'm going to split my pillow in half when I lay down my head because my mind is so sharp, all right? So I'm just telling you, enhances sports performances, faster recovery from exercises, improve skin condition, and so much more. But guys, listen, all jokes aside, I love that David Schmidt is a scientist and, and an inventor, because he loves to base everything on studies, experiments, right? And this was a recent study where they took 12 healthy participants between the age of 50 and 80 years old, and they scanned all of their brains, all right? Scan number one, session number one. This is before using the X39 patch. This is 3 weeks later, 6 weeks later. Number one, before using the patch, you see all that redness? That's your brain, right? All that redness is an indication of stagnant stem cells, right? Inflammation, there's nothing going on. No wonder I'm like lost. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm in here for, right? So, number one, 3 weeks later, do you see a difference? So guys, 3 weeks, an additional 3 weeks, not only do you not see any more redness and no more redness here, but you begin to see more of the bright colors. That's an indication of a healthier, more cognitive brain. Listen, for those of you who are talking to some folks and they're like, oh, no, I don't know what is, I don't know what. This is where they are. It's their brains, right? The beautiful thing, remember at the beginning, I told you that David Schmidt told us, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now she's making me laugh at my own joke. But guys, here's the deal. David Schmidt told us that this patch works like a mirror. The minute it comes within 6 inches, because of the light that we emit, it starts reflecting. It starts going to work. So for our friends who just don't get it, right? Because this is what's going on up there. Listen, as I love what Steve says, we just got to be slick. If we really, really love him, right? We just got to put a patch in the back of our hands right here. Be like, hey, come here, and just give him a hug and be like, right? Put it on. And if you can't get that close, try and get within 6 inches. It's kind of tough because you got to be moving around with them a little bit, right? Within 6 inches, it starts working to see if their brains wake up a little bit, right? But don't wait on those guys. Let's go, they'll come around eventually, hopefully, right? But guys, that's serious, guys. And that's not just your brain. That's your heart, your liver, your lung. And that's not just their brains. That's all of our brains. Now, no more, right? So anyway, I love the fact that everything is based on studies. Everything is based on experiments. And these are based on 80 clinical case studies where you can go on www.x39. This is why we have so many doctors. Any doctors in the room tonight? Don't be ashamed. I know. Look. Thank you very much. Once pops up, the other ones start popping up. Who else is a doctor here? 2. Look, she didn't want to say it. 2. Any more doctors here? You look like a doctor. You look like a dentist or something. No? All right, guys. We've never had so many doctors join because this is a crew of knuckleheads. We like to have a lot of fun, right? But we're very serious about getting things done when it means, changing the lives of our family, right? But all of the clinical studies, and what are these clinical studies proving? That within the first few days, within 24 to 48 hours of you wearing this patch, I patched Theo. He didn't even know what I was putting on him. He was like, okay. Like, Theo, when you wake up tomorrow with 6 toes, you know why? No, I'm just kidding. But basically, guys, within the first few days, over 4,000 genes begin to reset. Do you know that we're composed of about 20 to 25,000 genes? So that's over 20%. About 20% of our genes are rebooted within the first 24 to 48 hours. That's pretty big. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. I didn't even know people, could walk around with an unbalanced brain. But now that I think about it, and I think about some of my friends, I can see it, right? Now, what does that help with? Balancing your brain helps with decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. How many people do we know walking around with anxiety and depression, especially in today's days, guys? So many people are putting on this patch, and they tell me, look, and not even to be funny, they say, Mike, a couple of people have told me this, and it's been verbatim, even though they don't know each other. They say, Mike, I've never done drugs, but I feel like a sense of euphoria when I wore this patch for the first couple of days. And it's mentally where they are, their energy, they just feel, in a better mood, whatever it is. Well, so it's got, all the clinical studies are proving that is a fact. Within first 3 months, your collagen is increased, decreases wrinkle, hair growth. Guys, how many people here are experiencing hair growth? Like new girl. Boom, boom. Look around, guys. I'm one of them. I took a before and after picture. Now, this is the craziest thing for those of you who are new, because you're like, what? It's helping people grow hair? That's nothing. I'm seeing people who are going from gray hair to their original color. Who? Raise your hand. Look, guys, I'm not making this up. Listen, I'm from New York City, born and raised, and I think of Mike Hernandez sitting in your seat, I'll be like, come on. But what if it's true? Do we have the biggest opportunity ever? Right? So keep going. Increase structural integrity in both skeletal and muscular system, makes you stronger. Within 6 months, guys, you might not know this. I lost my dad when I was 1 year old. I never met my father. My father passed away of a heart attack when he was 40 years old, right? And instead of inheriting like $1 million, I inherited 1 million health issues. That's why I've been vegan for 8 years, haven't eaten red meat, which my favorite food at the time was bacon cheeseburgers. I haven't eaten red meat or pork in over 25 years because of my health, right? I was dealing with arrhythmia. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but for the past 5-6 years, I would, I'll be sitting here and I'll go like this because I would feel like I'm going to pass out. And my heart would skip a beat and I didn't feel oxygen entering my lungs. It would be for a flash, but it would feel, a lot longer. I would have 1 to 2 episodes per day. My wife would notice, even when I'm in bed, this was my go-to because I feel like I'm going to fall out, right? And my wife would ask me, now, what happened, baby? It happened again? I was like, yeah. But I'm just used to it. Guys, I didn't think about my arrhythmia up until I saw another cardiologist come on the Zoom, give his testimony about his arrhythmia and how he put it to the test with his arrhythmia because of his patient's arrhythmia. Again, the patch is not doing anything other than reactivating my own stem cells. And my stem cells realized where my weak links are, and it went to work. I didn't think about that until 4 months. Guys, I'm just telling you, even if you don't feel it right away, there's something going on in your body that this patch is helping you with that you might not realize it. But listen to this study. Within 6 months, in a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their cardiovascular age by an average of 8 years after just using the X39 for 39 months. It is not anti-aging, it is age reversal. Guys, that is huge. This is clinical studies, right? It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. We're getting younger. So we need to make a lot more money because we're going to be living a lot longer, all right? And we're going to adopt some old habits. I saw Matt the other day drive by me. He was sucking his thumb. I kid you not, right? Some of us are going to go way, way further back. Matt took it all the way, all right? He says he met Kim in the sandbox. I saw him building a sandbox in the back. No, just kidding. But anyway, guys, where do we find those studies, doctors? Where do we find these studies? www.startx39.com. You can go as far as you can. Guys, I'm a high school dropout. I don't really understand a lot of those words, right? I even saw this video there from David Schmidt, 18-minute video talking about the science. I watched the whole thing. I didn't understand anything other than we're going to be rich. That's all I got out of that video. But you're smarter. Watch it, and you'll see how special our product really is, right? So how do we wear this patch, Mike? Theo, you're going to wear the patch for 12 hours a day, right? 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So usually I put it on in the morning. I know Theo is late, but I had to patch you anyway. So usually we put it at 9 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whenever you get up, after you take a shower. You can shower with it, sweat, swim, no problem. Put it in the morning, 12 hours later, take it off. Sleep without it. The next day, same thing. Every sleeve has enough for 1 month supply, 30 patches, okay? So you're going to wear one every day. And the one thing you want to remember is to drink plenty of water. For case studies, you have to put them in a consistent place to have consistent results. It's just part of studies, right? So this is where they were used, and I wear them back there as well. But if you have a pain anywhere in your body, slap it right over that part of your body, and it works systemically. You can put this on your fat toe, your little toe, and it's going to work systemically. The entire system just reactivates regardless of where you put him. So this is not really necessary. It's got to be a specific place. Now, I told you guys a little bit about my story with the patch. Matt and Kim shared a little bit about theirs, but I have some people here that I would love for them to get up real quick and share with everybody here. And guys, listen, we don't want the entire story. Some people sometimes they get up here and they're like, back back in 1972, there were no anti-lock brakes. There was a storm, hurricane, Steve, whatever. Just let us know what was wrong, how soon you saw results, and who shared the patch with you. So let's bring up Kenny Belts. Give it up for Kenny, my friend, my guy. Kenny Belts. All right, let me block this real quick so we don't get blinded right up here and everybody can see us. Kenny, thank you so much. And I just met Kenny over there, and I asked his wife, I asked the whole group, I said, hey, who's got some testimonies that you would like to share? And he says he would love to, actually, I kind of twisted your arm a little bit.
I had knee surgery several years ago, and for about 7, 8 years, I had knee pain all the time. And about 7 days after I started putting the patch on, I realized I didn't have knee pain anymore.
How long did you have pain? How long did you
About 7, 8 years.
You had, oh, so yeah.
After the surgery.
Okay.
The doctor did x-rays, they did MRIs. They couldn't find anything wrong with the surgery itself, but it still hurt like a son of a gun. So now I don't have knee pain anymore.
How fast after using the patch? So remember, he said you had pain for how long prior?
About 7 years.
7 years in pain, right? So how soon after using the patch did you feel?
7 days.
From 1 to 10, where did it go?
It's not there.
Not there. Give it out. And what other results? Anything else? Mental clarity, sleeping better, energy?
My ankles have arthritis.
Okay.
And they're feeling better.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you
We're getting there.
Come on, baby. We're already here. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Give it up for Kenny. All right. Now, Momina, where are you? I don't even think you know that you were going to share. Someone volunteered you in the front. How are you, Momina? Give it up for Momina. She's like, oh, gosh.
You're so funny. You have me rolling today.
Thank you.
My name is Momina. I am a pharmacist for the last 26 years. And I'm almost done with nurse practitioner school, which I can't wait another 6 months. So I'll be practicing it all, hopefully. I love to help people. So my sponsor, Heidi over there, who came to me to do digital thermal imaging, she's a wonderful woman. And after that, we became friends and she started sending me stuff about this patch. I myself used to distribute amniotic fluid, and I know how well it worked on people. And so, but the minute I heard a patch and stem cells, I was like, sounds shady to me, okay? So I didn't really give it enough thought, but she keeps sending me this stuff. And I said, you know what, let me just get her off my back. So I told my husband, Mahmoud, come on, let's just go to this event on Wednesday. I did have a little open mind and I said, maybe we'll learn something. This man, my husband, he's like a dead man, okay? He's an engineer for ADT. I don't know what he does in his little computer with all day long, some kind of architect business, okay? And he's tired in the morning. His day, he has 2 cups of coffee, does not start until 12 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
Now, this man came here, okay? They slapped the patch on him. 2 hours later, like someone was saying before, he told me he has energy. I'm like, no, you just stop, okay? I'm like, you do not, it's just in your head. He's like, oh, maybe, Anyway, he also had back pain. He fell in the bathtub. He fell on his sacrum area. He has a lot of back pain for the last many years. He had shoulder surgery and his wrist started to hurt from the computer, I don't know, about 2 months ago. Within 2 days, he's telling me it's gone. I'm a compounding pharmacist, so I compound a lot of things and I try it through him. And he is very skeptical. And he'll tell me, oh no, this is good. This is not good. This tastes bad. This doesn't work. Okay. So he will tell the truth. Now, after 2 days, his pain is gone. I'm like, are you sure? I couldn't believe it. I had the patch on. And for me, in 2 days, this is what happened. I am a very energetic, hyper person. I don't know if you can tell, but I am. I've always been like that since a kid. But, I work, I go to school. I have 6 children, 2 stepchildren. The girls are older now. So, but I they wear me out. But I put the patch on after 2 days. It was like a euphoria. Like you were saying, this euphoria. I felt like I was high. I was like, what the heck? All right. I'm like, hi, I didn't take any drugs. All right. And then the brain fog, the mental clarity. My hormones are messed up. I do all kinds of testing. I'm a very comprehensive practitioner. So I see how they're working in the body, and I always have to take supplements. So I will tell you guys what happened to me since I started the patch, which was in October. Number one, I have Bell's palsy, which is inflammation of a nerve due to a virus. It's gotten a lot better. My eye was very, very small. It got bigger, okay? That's the first thing that I noticed. Second thing that I noticed is I go for all of my testing at the end of December, and I have a nodule in one of my breasts. That's always been there. I've been testing it by breast ultrasound every 5 years, and it's 7 millimeters. It never moved, nothing. So this time, I was only 2 months on the patch. She tells me, same technician, same everything. She's like, it shrunk. I said, how much? She's like, 1 millimeter. I was like, wow, that's awesome, So, okay, that's an objective result right there. Then I had a fungus. I'm telling you guys all the disgusting things. I had a fungus on my toe, it was mold. I did the laser treatment with the podiatrist and the nail lacquer that I compound. I'm very non-compliant, so I didn't use it. And all of a sudden, like 2 months late, so it didn't work. None of that worked. It was still there. I had it since I'm, 16. And guess what? I see and I have pictures, all the black mold coming to like a cluster in my toe and growing out. And I show my stepson, I'm like, Yusuf, look at this. He's like, yeah. He's like, I can't believe it. Look at it. It's clearing up. And it grew out. The toe is clear now. Wow. That's another objective result, okay?
There's more.
Yes, my hormones have never, even with my supplements, been perfect. They are perfect. You know what's perfect? I was pre-diabetic, like 5.7, pre-diabetic, my glucose, I test my insulin. But I'm not trying to get diabetic, okay? So I take supplements for that too, or I used to. I can eat at night like mangoes, like you name it, okay? Have a little piggy party. And I test my sugar random in the morning fast, and it's in the 90s now. Okay? I mean, I don't do that all the time. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to, we don't want to like do all that and then just take the patch and because even when you're young, you can get diabetes. But so these are my results, not to mention the almost 100 people that I have sold the patch to.
Wonderful.
Pressure, and my hair.
There's more.
You guys cannot see my hair, right? But I do. So I have silver hairs in the front, not like tons, but enough to where once a year I go and dye my hair because I'm lazy. And plus, nobody can see it but my husband anyway. So I'm looking lately this last month. I've been on the patch since October in the mirror. And I'm like, it grew out, right? The head grew out, the color. And I'm like, I can't believe, I'm seeing there's a lot less of these gray hairs. Yep. And I'm like, I can't believe it. And today, again, I was at the pharmacy and I was kept looking at it. Like, oh my God, for sure. It's for sure there. Cause we
were a little bit past. Thank you very much. Give it up for him. All right. We gotta shrink it down at the time, right? Guys, Larry, where's Larry? This guy, I love Larry. I met Larry months ago when he started using the patch, and I don't recognize this guy. This is like his twin brother, all right? Because this is not the Larry that I met back months ago when I was coming out of the gym with your wife. Well, that sounds good anyway.
Well, I have to tell, it's a long story.
It's a long story.
But I have.
Oh, step back.
No, I'm sorry.
Back here.
But I have to say one thing, Mike.
Please.
In my past life,
right here,
I have two patents. Okay, so
now I know somebody else. Okay, there we go. Now I know somebody too. Go ahead.
What's amazing about my story is something that is tremendous because 6 months, 9 months ago, I could not get up here and speak. I had 2 strokes. I was in horrible shape. And I was very worried about ever trying to even speak. I was embarrassed because I couldn't come up with the right words. I didn't want to say anything. I'd come to an event like this and say hello. That was the extent of my conversation. During this past 10 years, both my parents died. I couldn't even get up and say anything at their funerals. Wow. I was that difficult to have a conversation. Now, let me tell you, I started with the patch and something amazing for me happened. If I was here anytime and somebody told me to look up at the ceiling, my conversation would be over and my wife would have to take me to lie down for an hour to 4 hours. I was that dizzy. That doesn't happen anymore.
Wow.
And what my wife just realized the other day, which is really funny because you don't realize everything. I had an issue that my jaw kept cracking, you know, the way that what happened is we never said anything. We never knew anything. And all of a sudden somebody told my wife, her jaw stopped cracking. She says, Larry's jaw doesn't crack anymore. And you would have no way of knowing this stuff. So I just want everybody to know, and if you have any questions, it has been life-changing for me and my wife, and I thank you for allowing me to come here.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you, brother. God bless you, man. Guys, listen, I'm just telling you, we have something remarkable here. I'm going to give you this because I don't know if it's going to cause interference. So we have something crazy. Guys, listen, this is the deal. This business, the reason why I'm doing it, once I saw this product and I understand that the business consists of talking to people about this product, right? Guys, once you see this product work, you don't have to pay people to talk to them, to talk to others. You got to pay them to shut up, all right? So everything happens organically. If the product works like we say, number one, would you agree that people are going to want to wear it? Use it. Number two, do you think possibly they might want to share it with a loved one who they think can get benefits from it as well? Number two, yes. Number three, that's the business. So if the product doesn't work, neither does the business. But if the product works, the business works automatically. All right? And that's why we have the best business opportunity ever. That's why after 8 years of being outside of the industry, my wife and I said, we have to be stupid not to get involved, right? Our goal was to get to 10,000 per month within 12 months. This will be our 12 months in the business. We did over 11,000 our first month. And I can't tell you ever since from there because it's just been crazy. And look, I know that money isn't everything. As a person who has had no money and has made millions, I know money is not everything in life, but I know it affects the most important things in life. How much time you spend with your family, how much freedom you really have, how much, debt, travel, all of that is affected by money. So it's great that this patch gives us an opportunity to generate some income for simply blessing others. We have made so much money in the last 11 months. I'm just going to say hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last 11 months. And all of that money is basically a reflection of how many people are being blessed with this product. So it's great to make money, but to be able to make money blessing people, that's a whole different animal. And I love that. So in order for you to really understand the opportunity today, you need to understand the potential of the stem cell industry because that's what we're a part of right now. And stem cell therapy is becoming more and more popular. People are realizing the importance of healthy stem cells. They're spending tens of thousands of dollars on injections. 30% of the time, don't work. No money back guarantee. You just lost $10,000, $20,000. Our product, $100 a month. $3.30 per day, and this money back guarantee. You have nothing to lose other than your aches, your pains, your health issues, and possibly the biggest business opportunity you've ever seen in your life. Other than that, you've got nothing to lose. Money back guarantee, 30 days. Try this patch. Try it on everyone you know. Within 30 days, doesn't work, call them up. No questions asked. You get your money back. Like Saeed said, less than 1% have ever returned the product. The stem cell industry is expected to blow up from 200 million to 300 billion. Guys, we don't have to be doctors. We don't have to be own clinics. We can participate in the biggest industry we'll ever seen in our lifetime, stem cell industry. And do you know that when these shots do work, you have to keep coming back and keep coming back? Why? Because those stem cell shots that you just spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for go dormant within 12 months, more or less. And you got to come back again and again and again. So you got to have some deep pockets to get consistent benefits from stem cell shots. Now, how do we make money, Mike? How many people here came here just to hear about the product and the health? Raise your hand. You want to know about the product? You want to know? All right, congratulations. How many people came here to see how we can make some money? That's my team right here. All right, that's all. How many people want to know about both? All right, good. So now, guys, listen. How do we make money, guys? This is word of mouth, right? All we're doing is we're talking to people and sharing the product. So when you sign up on a minimum of gold pack, why? Because they have a couple of other bundles. They have a $125 bundle, which is just 30 patches. They have $299, which is 3 sleeves times 30 patches. They got the $499, which is 5 sleeves. They give you a free one. But when you come in and gold and you sponsor 2 left and 2 right, that you personally signed up on a minimum of $299, you have hit the most important rank in the business, which is manager. All right. Once you go manager, all you do is duplicate, help your friends go manager, help him bring his 2 and 2, help him bring his 2 and 2, and help their friends and their friends, and you get all the way to the top. Guys, I want to give you an example of how this works. What my wife and I have done in the last 11 months to get to the level where we are is we sponsored about 80 people, right? From those 80 people, like I said, we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that we don't know, but we love them all. Because we get paid for every single person, infinity, up to $25,000 per week. And let me show you how this can happen for you. What's your name? Carol, and you are? Virginia, Dr. Virginia. All right, Carol and Virginia. Let's say I sponsored 2 people, 1 person to my right, 1 person to my left. Carol shares it with somebody. She likes the results. Shares with somebody, shares with somebody, shares. All of a sudden, this takes fire. People start sharing with each other, and that's all my right side. She shares it with somebody, shares it with somebody, boom, 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 boom. And all this room is filled up as a result of me sponsoring how many people? 2. How many people do I get paid for? All of you. Every single person, guys. That's how easy this business is. Now, sometimes you sponsor some people, like I said, their stem cells really are, and they don't really go anywhere. But all you need, and that's the beautiful thing about this business. Once I knew that all it took was 2 people, I knew it was physically, humanly impossible that I wasn't going to find 2 people, because I was determined to go out there every single day and share with as many people as possible. And that's how we got to this level, guys, right? Because all it takes 2. Now, the more the merrier, of course. But 2 people that really decide to build this business can help you get to $25,000 per week. And listen, $25,000 per week, when I first heard about that, I was like, my God, 10% of that, 10% of 10%. I was looking to make $250 per week at the time, would change my life back in 2006. That would mean for me that I would get my product for free and extra money to make a car payment that I needed so bad back in 2006 when I learned about this industry, sitting in a seat just like you are here today. Now I'm telling you, we make way over that every week. 10% of that. Would that not change someone's life per week, right? Guys, an extra $1,000 a month. Well, an extra $500 a month will keep most people out of bankruptcy, I heard, right? In a recent study. So I'm just telling you guys, we have an opportunity here to change people's lives physically and financially, right? Now, who here is a manager or above? Please raise your hand. Look around the room, guys. People are making this happen, all right? And here's the deal, guys. Everyone you know is going to know about this product. This is what you need to take home tonight. Everyone you know is going to know about this little patch, with or without you, with or without me. Why? When something works as well, and we have doctors patching their patients, and we have pastors bringing it to their whole congregation, people you know are going to know about it, with or without you. And that's a bad feeling when you know that you could have sponsored them, but you waited too long and you thought about it too long and you didn't do it, and they did. Now, this part of the compensation plan, you can make so much more than $25,000 per week. And I know a lot of you, like me, don't even believe that's attainable. So I'm not even going to break this down, but this is more exciting than the stuff I just shared right now. But I'm not going to spend too much time tonight. Now, this month, guys, we have a huge incentive to help to grow in our business. Why? The company is giving us an extra 100, 300, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000. I have 2 people in my team that this month took home an extra $10,000. You know why? Because I got 2 people in my team that hit senior presidential director, my same level, in our team. Guess what? Both of those people, coincidentally, didn't want anything else to do with this industry. They were burned out. They weren't having success. They were out, like me. None of us wanted to do it. But if this stuff works, we all have to do it, right? So they hit it, guys. They just took home an extra $10,000. Guys, and this is all in. If they would have come in like Steve and Gina Merritt hit the 100, 300, 1,025. They got it all, 18,900 when they first signed up 11 months ago. So I'm just telling you guys, there's a huge incentive to go at it hard this month. Extra money. Guys, this is all we've been doing. Onyx Cole built this business during COVID. She got involved right when COVID happened and no one can leave their house. You know what she started doing? She made these cute little cards that tell people how to use the product, what it's for, put 3 little patches in a little envelope and send it out to everybody, right? And guys, that's what we've been duplicating. We've been putting 3 patches in a little envelope with a little card, telling them a little about it and just putting it out. And it's like planting seeds. You plant enough of these seeds, something's got to give, all right? It really is that simple. Now, the business, build331.com. You're going to learn everything. You can buy those brochures, but we got them here tonight. So don't waste time. Pick them up tonight and get your thing going, guys. And listen, here's what I got to ask you. I've always been a big dreamer. I remember as a little kid, as a little boy, and I never forget this. I remember, I don't know, I was in 2nd grade or something. The teacher going around asking everybody, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? Hey, little Susie. Hey, little John. Hey, little Mike, right? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I knew the answer right away before they even came to me. And kids before me were saying, I want to be a fireman. I want to be a policeman. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a pilot. What about you, little Mikey? I knew right away. I said, I want to be a millionaire. I kid you not. I'm not. True story. And I remember this because the teacher kept going back and forth with me. Well, oh, that's great, Mike, but what do you want to do to become a millionaire? I'm like, whatever it takes. Like, hello, right? I kid you not, right? So, guys, do you know that sometimes in this business, the only thing we're doing wrong is talking to the wrong people? And the people that you're talking to are watching you. And they're not going to get excited until you start getting traction in your business. Once you start making it happen, they're like, whoa, wait, this is really panning out for this person. Wait a second, I got to check this out. But meanwhile, they're watching you guys. Do you realize that in my first company, when we got involved, I went out there and I knew I was going to make it happen. And I knew for sure it was going to be with all my friends and family members. I learned real quick that the people you know your whole life believe in you less than someone you just meet down the road today. At least to me. And I'm thinking, why? If they know me my whole life. It's that they know me my whole life. That was the problem, right? So, you know that in that first company, it took us 3 years to make our first $1 million. And I come to all my friends and family members who didn't join my business. Hey, guys, believe it or not, I made $1 million. Say, you know, we're millionaires. We made $1 million. And they were like, Mike. I was like, but I made $1 million. It wasn't until a year later when the company finally, they were popping so many millionaires in that company, like it's going to be happening here. So many millionaires that they came out with a magazine called the Millionaires Club. And they launched all these magazines. And here's Mike and Saeed, right, in this magazine. And I buy a bunch of those magazines. And I go out to all my friends and family members' house and be like, hey, my brothers, my 2 brothers. Hey, David. Hey, Mario. Hey, come here. Let me show you something. Look at this neat magazine. I've always wanted to be a part of a Millionaires Club. I didn't care what it was. You can be selling pantyhose. I want to be a part of a Millionaires Club, right? So I'm like, hey, look at all these beautiful people. Look at all these beautiful smiles. Look at that couple right there, right? And they were like, oh, my God, Mike, say you guys made $1 million? You made $1 million? I'm like, nah, 2 million. $1 million was last year when I told you. Now it's 2 million. Guess what happened, guys? Those people came and ran up to us, helped us get to 2, 3, 4, 5 million that much quicker. The people are watching you. And here's what I got to tell you. I don't know what it is that you want out of life that you can't get doing what you're doing. Or I don't know what it is that you have in life that you can't get rid of. Like a job, right? Guys, this is the time to get your dreams out of the closet, pull them out of the drawer, dust them off, guys, because we have a real vehicle. And I know what it's like to have no money. You know the only thing worse than having no money? Having no hope. You know what no hope comes from? Having no opportunity. Guys, we have an opportunity. I'm one to always find opportunity in something, even if it's in picking up garbage. Guys, I've never seen an opportunity like this. So all of you tonight, you can go home with some hope that if you decide to get off the couch, turn off the TV, and invest your time wiser, guys, we can all change our lives. The next 12 to 24 months, guys, we can all be here, high-fiving and showing each other our 20-something thousand, 15,000, whatever it is. But it's all up to you guys. Your job isn't gonna do it for you, and I don't know if you have another opportunity, but I'm gonna seal that up with this, guys. You might not understand something that I realized, when we first started. This is the perfect storm to get involved with the multi-level marketing. Do you realize that network marketing thrives when the economy dips? I learned about this company back in 2019 when Onyx first got involved, because I had called Onyx some years later looking for a network marketing opportunity. I'm like, hey, what's out there? She's like, Mike, I'm retired. I'm done with it. Done with the game. I'm like, all right, never mind. And then she called me when she got involved, but I was so busy making money in real estate, I didn't have time to look left or right. When you're making money, when the economy is good, entrepreneurs are laser focused doing what they're doing. But you know that the economy is dipping and it's affecting every single market around us. I don't care if you got a mama papa shop. I don't care if you're doing real estate, stocks, whatever it is. It's all coming down. All right. And I'm telling you, because I had just sold the last couple of houses that we had 2 weeks before Steve Merritt called me. Guess what I'm doing now? I'm looking left and right. You guys ever read the book, Who Moved My Cheese? All right. You have, right? That book, for those of you who don't know, is about a little mouse who's just used to going one place and get their cheese. The entrepreneurs, they know where they get the cheese. All of a sudden, they move the cheese. Real estate, they move my cheese. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go look for somebody else, somewhere else. Guess who brought the cheese? Steve Merritt. He's from Wisconsin. He brought the cheese, right? He really did. But so guys, look, this is the application. Like I said, sign up wherever you fit in. But Gold Bundle is the minimum pack to make all the money, all right? All of these, you can make up to $100 per week. This one's $25,000 and over. I didn't go to school, but I think $25,000 a week is better than $100. All right. Money back guarantee, guys. So you got nothing to lose. Get your spot right away. I'm going to talk a little bit about this is a convention. But before I do, guys, I want to bring anyone who, real quick, just to get some recognition in the room. Who here is a director? Stand up. And the more numbers you start, these names you keep hearing, just means more money. Congratulations, 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 congrats. Guys, this is the second level in the business. Now, who is a senior director? Please stand up. Senior directors, wow, congratulations. Congratulations, guys. Do you realize it's wide open? We just started, right? Soon, this whole room, we've had meetings like this where it's all senior directors and above, remember? All training, senior directors and above. The next level after senior director is what? Executive. Anyone who's executive or above, please come to the stage. We want to recognize you real quick. We want you guys to give a quick little tip to everybody. And we want to, we're doing good in time. Perfect. Guys, executive and above. This is where you make the executive money. All right? So come on, Marky Mark.
Hey.
It's on.
Oh. How's everybody? No. After all this, Mike did an awesome job, yes?
Thank you.
Let's hear a little noise if you saw something that got you excited. The best part about this, I just, 2 weeks ago, I was out in Alabama. Got a group out there. Mike and Saeed and Steve and Gina came out there. We had a couple hundred people in the room. And Mike popped in the door. He was running late because he was running so hard. And he goes, I won't say what he said, but you'll know what he said. He come in the door a little bit late, opened the door, and he went, holy.
It was a packed house.
We lit it up. But that week, we broke a bunch of new people. I broke a new rank. I had my birthday, got a $5,000 bonus. Woo. It's happening, people. You can walk out of here and you can deny it. You can make excuses and you can say that these were paid testimonies, but it's happening. And there's going to be people that say, hey, I want a part of that. Or you're going to walk around next year and say, dang, I was there. I should have got a part of it.
Amen. Appreciate you, brother. Come on. Yes, sir, Mr. Tommy. Come on, give it up.
Tommy Sardine, actually right here in Palm Beach. And we've only been 4 months in the business and hit the level, and we're right there at the next level for that presidential level. But the whole thing is, and Mike talks about it all the time, take the eyes off of you and put it on somebody else. That's how you have success with this business. And it's just helping so many people. The only reason that we've had so much success is because what he says, patch them, and find the stories. And the stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell all the time.
Amen. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, guys, this couple, I had the honor of sponsoring myself. But they're just amazing folks, and they're more fired up. And I love it, guys, because they don't even need to do this. They're very successful. Sometimes the only thing we're doing wrong is we're talking to the wrong people. Small-minded business people, successful people, they want more success. So take it away. Your
Hi,
name
guys.
and where you from?
I'm Brooke. This is my husband, Keston. We live here in Florida. We absolutely love this business, and we've been killing it for the past, I guess, 10, 11 months now. I see a lot of familiar faces, so excited to see everybody. I would definitely say the one thing is for those that are new, if you're looking for a change, if your last week is the same as this week and you're really looking to change your life, today is that day. You know, this is your opportunity, and take it. You know, if you're looking for that change, don't keep missing opportunities. This is the perfect time for you.
Come on, guys. They're at the top. I'm sorry. They're the one step, but they're scratching. This will be my next senior presidential director.
You know, hi, guys. Keston Robinson. My wife and I, we both work this together. And that's an important thing because when Mike called me, we were very busy. And I love Mike. And I know, you know, when he told me, I was like you said, entrepreneurs are always looking. I'm always looking for opportunities. We both have successful companies, but I'm always looking for something else to do. And when he showed me this patch, the patch absolutely does the work. That is the one thing I can tell you. You can believe in what you have. And all we have done is shared it with a lot of people. And some of them have just taken off and run. And that's the one thing I love about this industry is my partner and I always say, if you were to come and open up a business like mine in my building or across the street, I'm not coming to help you figure out what I've been doing for 14 years, right? My partner and I are going to laugh, and I'm going to say, by the time they get to where we are, they're going to have hit a ton of speed bumps and roadblocks, and I'm not going to give you the secret sauce. But in this industry, you have leaders like Mike and Sai, Steve and Gina, Matt and Kim Curtis. They're all here to hold your hand and help you go faster than they did to get to the levels. So I hook on the mic, and Steve and Gina and Matt and Kim, and we run, and iron sharpens iron. And that's why I love this industry.
Quick question for you, Keston. Quick question. Real quick. Number one, did you want to do another multi-level marketing?
No. And I will tell you, my family, we were with Mike and Sai on the last opportunity, and they made almost 50 million combined with everybody. My younger brother, my uncle all made 8 figures. And my uncle was an electrician making 75 grand a year and made $30 million. So I watched this industry change my own family's life. My younger brother made $19 million. So we watched it happen. But just like Mike said, we kind of jumped out of the industry. We were tired. And when Mike called, I was like, do I want to do it? But the patch worked. Yeah. And I came in, I was already in, and Mike called and I was like, babe, this is what we're doing. And she was like, okay, I have no idea what we're doing, but I will tell you that it works. And I'm happy to partner up with these guys. And I believe this opportunity is going to be 100 times bigger than what we had because we have 18 years of patents left and you can't buy it anywhere.
Come on. Love you guys.
Hi, everybody.
Brand new executives after, I think, as of a couple of weeks now.
Hi, everybody. We're Carmen and David Abdo. We're here from West Palm Beach and very excited to be here. And like Mike said, every day we're getting testimonies from people calling us, texting us. Their lives are changing right before their eyes. They don't understand it. But now we understand it. We didn't at first, but now we know that this patch is amazing. And I just want to encourage all of you to run for it. We've been in now 11 months and it's just so rewarding to see how this patch is really changing people's lives financially and with their health. And I just ask that don't take it lightly. And don't be selfish and share it with everybody. Even if they tell you no today, that doesn't mean that they are going to say no forever. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of people that now, after 8-9 months that we've contacted them, are calling us back and saying, gosh, I wish I would have listened to you at the beginning. But that's okay. Everybody can start whenever they begin because they're all going to have the same results that we're all having. Yep. You just have to do the work. Okay, you're not going to get paid if you don't do the work. You have to do the work. You have to open your mouth and you have to put this patch on people. And if you do that over and over again every single day, I promise you that you'll get to the same place that we've gotten.
Amen.
I totally agree with her. And I was standing up here thinking, if I was sitting in where you're sitting, what would I want to hear? I wouldn't want to hear about how great it is to be at this level. I would want to hear, how do I get to that level? And so that's what I want to tell you guys. When you start any kind of a big project, you don't look at the results every time you do something. You stay consistently working on those results, working to get to the end result while you're in the process. And right now you're in the process. And honestly, so are everybody up here. And so humbly, I can tell you that we haven't arrived. He haven't arrived. I don't care how much money he makes. He hasn't arrived. He's got great things to accomplish. And so we're all doing the same thing. And I want to say to you, I've worked very hard in my life. I faced some very big projects, right, Mr. Curtis? And when you start a job that's not so fun, and you know it's going to take all day or two to finish, you just put your head down and just keep plugging away, keep working, and you keep seeing a little bit of progress. Eventually, it's over with, thank God, and you can get paid. Well, there's not much different here. You have 3 people to speak to every day with a patch. Make sure you patch them. And 3 people to follow up with every day, and make sure you call. And invite at least one to one of the 4 Zooms we got every week. And if you'll consistently do that, and I'm preaching to myself right now, just like I'm saying it to you, this is what we do to grow. And just keep your head down and keep moving forward one step at a time, and you will see progress. And eventually you'll be standing up here telling a bunch of new people what they got to do. And that's the same thing we are all doing.
Thank you. Love you guys. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. And real quick, listen, I just want to, this is important. All right. Oh, yeah. This is so important if you're trying to get up here and share your story with people, because you have had a level of success. I'm going to share something with you guys that I learned about this industry. Again, I am a high school dropout. So the only diplomas I have in my house are the ones, oh, thank you very much. Good. Thank you. The only diplomas I have in my house, every time you go up in level, you get a pin and a diploma, right? I got all those diplomas in my house. Never got a, like I said, a GED or whatever, the high school diploma. But guys, what I learned about this industry is that this is a profession. Network marketing is a profession, which happens to be the profession that has generated more millionaires than any other profession in the history of the globe. I'm going to repeat that. There's never been another industry to generate more millionaires than multi-level marketing. The same industry that everyone makes fun of. Everyone says it doesn't work. You know why it doesn't work for everybody? Because not everybody works it the way it's supposed to, right? And thank you. And this here is probably the most important thing that you need to do with your business. Because like if we were all an insurance or real estate, we all go out to those big conventions to hear the big people speak on stage and how they're crushing it in the industry, and we learn from them. This is the exact same thing. The problem is that with network marketing, you're your own boss. And because this business, people pay $500 to get in, or $1,500, whatever, you treat it that way. And that's the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't. A lot of people like to take shortcuts. Guys, if you take a shortcut from this, trust me when I tell you, your cut will be shorts, if that makes any sense to you. All right? Guys, it's $150. It's in Tampa, Florida. It's August 18th and 19th, right? And guys, you're going to get your ticket today because they're selling out. And you're going to have an excuse if you keep waiting that, you know what? Oh, it's sold out. And great, that's going to be a good excuse because it's going to be real. But I've learned this, that you can make 1 million excuses or you can make $1 million, but you can't make both, right? And guys, this is the first ever event that we're putting together. This is where you're going to come and get your aha moments. You're going to hear from everyone who's succeeding, teachers, plumbers, high school dropouts, doctors, what they're doing in their business. What do they say? What do they do? And you're going to go home with a bag full of nuggets that's going to help your business go to the next level. I know not everybody's going to go. That's why I know not everyone here is going to grow. But the ones that do will grow, guys. So that's the most important thing. And finally, guys, listen, we have a group. Make sure to plug in with us. In order for you to really be a part of this, you got to be connected to what's going on. And you stay connected with our website, startx39.com, our Facebook group, our YouTube channel. Everything you need to know is here. But you know what the biggest thing you got to take home tonight? This business is simple when you keep it simple. Don't try and sound like a doctor, guys. Don't try and give so much information. If people want information, show them where to go get the information and let them go eat up all the information they want. I don't explain. I didn't even tell Theo what he was going to come here tonight. You think I'm going to spend time talking about all the science or whatever? No, that's not my gig. If he wants to know the science, I'm going to send him the link where he can get all that, right? But guys, what we've been doing for the last 11 months is this. If you can get this, you got what you needed tonight. We go around, patch, 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 zoom, 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 ching, ching, ching. Can you remember that? All right? As long as you patch, 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 you get people to zoom, zoom, zoom. Our next Zoom is this one right here in our next event, Oklahoma. And all of our events are live. Look, every Monday, every Wednesday, every Thursday in Spanish, every Friday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, every Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we do a training. All we do is patch, 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 zoom, 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 ching, ching, ching. You got it. Guys, thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great night. I'll see you at This Is It convention. Thank you, guys. Love you, Zoom.